What is going on, everybody? Not gonna lie, I did not think 6 months into Cybertruck ownership I would be testing auto parking because I thought we'd be past that and we'd be using FSD. But here we are. We got an update to Cybertruck's auto park. So we're gonna try it out really quick. We'll do some parallel parking. Looks like a nice spot right here we can try. It's version 2024.32.5.3. I'll put a screenshot up for you. And it's not bringing up the option for this spot, so that's no good so far. But in the normal like back-end parking, there we go. We'll do, well, that's not a spot. That blocks a driveway, but up there's a spot. Let's see if we can pick that up. I've noticed in the normal back-end parking, there we go. As soon as it brings it up, I'll let it do it, so it'll have to move forward a bunch. In normal back-end parking, two of the things I showed in my last video, the problems that I showed and complained about, or highlighted, I could say, have been fixed for me so far. I've used it several times. And number one was often, especially when I selected a parking spot different from what the Cybertruck wanted, the Cybertruck was parking way off to the right or the left. That was an issue that I have not seen since getting this latest Autopark update. And number two, often, whether the Cybertruck suggested the parking spot or I picked my own, the Cybertruck would be pulled way too far in the spot, like where the nose, because it will only back in for now, the nose was sticking far out into, the parking lot or whatever, out of the parking spot. I have not seen it do that since either. So both of those seem to be rectified, which is really nice. I mean, this update has been out like a week to just, a couple of us with the little camera button up here. And I don't know, there's one other person on X that said they got it. I don't know why it's not going wider. It should go, it's unfortunate, but that Tesla's doing whatever they're doing right now. So we got perfectly into that spot. I would call it perfect. I know it's not in between two cars, but it was the first spot I found. We'll do, one or two more parallel parks. We'll try some back ends. Somebody also asked me to do it at a Supercharger, so we'll end the video with that because I do want to charge up a little bit. And the last thing I'll say before I go find the next parking spot, this looks really good, is that we did get FSD 12.5.4 on our Hardware 4 Model Y. I'll be taking that out tomorrow, so let me know what you'd like to see. Actually, Smart Summon got updated as well, so it can go farther. I'll have that video soon, so hit like, get subscribed so you don't miss those. Let's go try out one or two more parallel parking spots. This video is brought to you by Joa, maker of premium Tesla and vehicle accessories. Claim your discount by using the link in the description below. All right, so here's one. I think this is the one I tried last time where I was freaking out a little bit. Some guy was trying to talk to me while it's parking and everything, and it kind of messed it up, and then I took over and I kind of drove on the curb just a tiny bit. I think this is the exact same spot. If not, it's similar. So we'll try that. It wants to park right behind this truck, and the truck actually has its tailgate down. So we're pulling up next to this truck as we should. I don't know why this person's coming up behind us. We have our turn signal on. So one of the things I notice is that it definitely pulls up really far. And as far as this maneuver is going right now, it actually feels really good. I think that was the right approach. But even when you're doing back-end spots, that tailgate being down, man, we're getting way too close. No, I'm going to take over there. I'm just not comfortable with how close we are to that truck's tailgate. And that guy's like mad at me. I had my turn signal on the whole time. I don't know what he wants. Like, that's what you do. You parallel park. There's a whole other lane for you to pass me. It's kind of weird that he doesn't understand that, but oh well, that's what you get. So it did fail that, though, in my opinion. We were getting way too close to that truck's down tailgate, and I just was not comfortable allowing that to happen. So let's go find another one. All right, I think we finally found a spot. I've been driving around forever. It is hard to find a spot to parallel park in between two vehicles. So let's see if it can get this one done. We're in a slightly less busy area, so hopefully nobody comes up behind us. But if they do, this is, people parallel park, whatever. So like this, maybe it needs to pull up this much, but it just kind of feels like it drags on forever and takes a really long time. So I'm liking the space away from the car in front of us. Because when you get to about here, it's really difficult for me to judge how close the front of the truck is to that vehicle. Can I switch this camera? Yes, I can. So that obviously looks great. We can still see the side camera, which that looks really good. We're right up against the curb there. Go back to the reverse. Plenty of space there. Oh no, don't turn left. No, what are you doing? Well, oh, no. I mean, I see what it's doing, but if it would have, it's just correcting itself a little bit. So the parallel parking definitely takes a lot longer and seems a little more cumbersome than the back-end parking. Again, I could see using it, but There you go. So this park job, I would say, is okay. I'll hop out and snap a couple pictures for you. But if we bring this back up, you can see we're decently close to the curb. But if you look at the other vehicles, you can see they are way closer to the curb than we are. So a little closer to the curb would have been nice. This is an acceptable job. We're far over enough that I could leave it here. It's not perfect though. All right, I did find one more spot here. Now it's not in between cars, but we are on a pretty decent downhill. So I wanted to give it a shot to see if, being downhill like this messes it up. Now, this is just extra weird because there's a huge blank space in front of the car. So nobody would actually parallel park like this. Like, we're still moving forward. There's room for days in this spot, but whatever, it's fine. It's just very strange. A normal person, if they really wanted to parallel park in front of this white car, would just kind of pull up next to the curb and, back up and adjust yourself as you're going backwards. You wouldn't need to do the actual parallel parking technical procedure, but however this is programmed or made, this is the way the truck decides to do it. Now on this one, we are way closer to the curb, which I love. This is a lot better than the last one, so I'm glad I tried this. And the main point of me trying this, the hill doesn't seem to affect it in any way. So that was actually a really good one. I would say we pulled forward for just a little bit too long. I'm routing to the Supercharger so you can hear my fans whirring up. But besides that, we then went zoop in one swoop and made it back there. And again, sorry, let me bring these cameras up. I don't think I need to hop out for this one. You can see we are much closer to the curb. Very acceptable park job on this one. All right, so I wanted to try, before we do the grand finale of the Supercharger, just a back-end spot in between two cars, and worst case scenario, at least before this update, is I selected the spot. The Cybertruck was suggesting something else, and previously in the old version, I saw it so many times when I would pick a spot it wasn't suggesting. Man, this pulls up so far still. That's when you were most likely gonna get it messing something up. So here we go. We're backing up, looks good. And we'll see how it gets into this spot. I like the little micro adjustments as we go. Should definitely do this in one hit. You shouldn't need to adjust from here. You have plenty of space to back up correctly. It's a nice wide spot. The other cars are appropriately in their spot. And yeah, that looks absolutely perfect. So it's absolutely directly in the center of the spot. And look how lined up that back bumper is. Stop taking my camera away. Look how lined up that back bumper is with the curb there. I mean, this is perfect. This is 100% A++ park job right here. So let's go park in the Supercharger and see if I can just directly plug in without having to adjust anything. All right, so we're gonna go for it here. Gotta make sure I don't park next to anyone, so I'm selecting the same spot that the Cybertruck has. And this is the ultimate question here. Can Autopark park us into a Supercharger in a way, wow, that animation was cool. Was that new? I haven't noticed that. Can Autopark park us into this Supercharger in a way that I can then just hop out and plug in? Or will I have to adjust it after it stops to make sure we're far back enough to plug in? I would hope, it would be really good at this. Yeah, it's actually getting close to the charger on the left side there. Whoa, real close. That looks great. Yeah, stop right there. Wow, okay, I think we're gonna have no problem plugging in here. Let's try it. We walk right up to the charger. We open it up. I clicked the button as I was doing it, and we're good. We got a tiny bit of slack, but we couldn't be much farther forward than that. But hey, it did it for us. A little crooked, but I'll take it.